Conor McGregor, 30 years old, 30 title defenses, avoided. 30 times he cheated on his lady that we know of. My name is Jesse, and I'm the founder and grandmaster of MMA, Mexican martial arts. You may remember me from such videos as Mexican Muay Thai, Judo Throws Don't Work, and First Time Hearing Bohemian Rhapsody. But today, we're here to talk about Conor McGregor and how throughout his entire career, he himself has been his toughest opponent. Besides Khabib. I also want to let you know up front that I was advised by my public defender not to mention the fact that Conor McGregor was arrested for sensual assault. I wish I could. It's hard to imagine a time when Conor McGregor was not constantly in the spotlight of the mixed martial arts community. But he did have a life before this, in plumbing. But check it out, he wasn't even the plumber. He was the plumber's apprentice.
I was working as an apprentice plumber.
Which means that he's not the fool right here doing the long division. That means that Conor's the cochino holding the camera. And I believe that it was those antics, clowning on his fellow co-workers, that led to his notorious behavior today. And a lot of the time, when you act out in these sociopathic ways for long enough, you become desensitized and you feel the need to move on to more crazy stuff, you know? So Conor turned to violence. And it wasn't long before he thought he made a huge mistake, because very early on, he lost 2 matches by submission. But he was determined to be the first double champ in Cage Warriors history with 0 title defenses. You gotta hand it to him.
Number of the day is 0.
Just below this catastrophe.
And that's when Dana White took notice. Dana was like, how can I turn my organization into this thing where title defenses and rankings and steroids don't matter? Conor McGregor was the gateway thug. Ever since his inclusion into the UFC, trash talk and drama has ruled the mixed martial arts world. It's more financially beneficial to promote fighters who are doing drugs or having legal problems because supposedly the people think it's more exciting. And it is, but it's not fair to the other fighters. The best example of this was the bus incident. Conor McGregor had already been cheating fighters out of their hard-earned spots by pushing for super fights. But this time, in addition to threatening their livelihoods, he also threatened their lives. When the glass shattered, Michael Chiesa's face got all cut up. Ray Borg's eye, all cut up. Rose Namajunas, she got really scared, and she even walked to the hotel. Apparently a lot of people used to break glass in her old neighborhood. All because of Conor's childish actions, Chiesa and Borg lost their opportunities to fight, as well as their paychecks. Their opponents suffered the same fate. And although it was referred to as the most disgusting thing that has ever happened in the history of the company,
it's the most disgusting thing that has ever happened in the history of the company.
It was later used to fuel what would become the highest selling pay-per-view in the history of the company. And even though this was very frustrating, clearly, it was a blessing in disguise.
Shut your mouth, mate.
Yes, McGregor tapped out twice before even entering the UFC. Yes, he got embarrassed and tapped out to Nate. Yes, he got the decision while clearly not deserving it when he fought Nate the second time. Yes, he got beat up by Floyd. But this loss to Khabib, this one was the one that the fight world was waiting for. This was the fight that officially exposed McGregor, even more than he had ever been exposed before. This was the fight that should have sent Conor to the WWE. But instead, he's making excuses and he's talking about a lack of motivation.
Time after time and year after year, that's when the motivation kind of dips, that's when the dedication kind of lacks, and that's when people creep up, and that's what I feel has happened here, you know?
Many people believe that his lack of motivation is due to his drinking problem.
I think it's gonna be a long night for him. It's gonna be a long night for him. He knows this.
Lord, Jamie, that's
He knows
tasty.
this.
It has been said that his whiskey line, Proper 12, is so disgusting that you have to have 12 proper glasses in order to like it.
And then it hits you.
Rumor has it that when Conor fought Khabib, he had picograms of Proper 12 in his system, but the UFC chose to ignore it because if they did something about that, then they will have to do something about John Jones. And they're definitely not gonna do nothing about that one. But the picograms do not only affect the fight performance. At a certain point, it spills out into everyday life. It starts off with small incidents, like smashing fans' phones, and it ends with disrespecting Joe Rogan.
I'd like him to call a fight how he sees it, correct?
The last time someone disrespected Joe Rogan, he just deleted the comment. McGregor has no friends left in the MMA world. There's only one fool left that will give him a text back, and that's Artem Lobov. And guess what that fool's doing right now? Bare knuckle fighting. And all of a sudden, Bare Knuckle FC is preparing a mega money offer for Conor. What a coinky dink. He fails in MMA, he fails in boxing, and now he's gonna fail in bare knuckle fighting. That fool's just gonna keep jumping from promotion to promotion until he starts winning again. What that fool needs to focus on is winning his court case. Mira, I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but if you watched this far, then you deserve to know the truth. Most of you probably already know this anyway, but in case you don't, Conor McGregor was arrested in January for sensual assault allegations. I have to make it clear that he has not been charged, but that fool's definitely under investigation by the authorities and by his lady. So it makes perfect sense for McGregor to retire if he actually does it. That fool needs to focus on his legal battle and get all of his affairs in order. Let's see. Sasha? Rita Ora? That girl from Chili's? The latest accuser? There's a lot of people who believe that McGregor will definitely fight again.
You will see Conor fighting at some point in the future.
But think about it. Even if he fights again, he'll never fight again. He lost that hunger. He's at the point where he's just fighting for the money now. It has been said that he's like the Bob Sapp of our generation. And I know he walks around like he's already got all the money in the world. And he's always talking about how he's set for life and everything. But that fool's always wilding out. And he's getting sued left and right on the daily. You almost feel bad for him. Almost. Conor could have been the best. He could have been a legend. But for some reason, it's always these same types of people who can't seem to handle the fame. And after a certain point, they just fall apart at the seams. I want to take a moment to let you know that this episode is sponsored by me, homie. By me. I got me. I don't need any other sponsor to support me or to return my emails. Chale. That's right. If you like what you see, then check out our Teespring store and pick up some merch. Appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you would like to support my channel and help me make some more videos, then please consider sharing this with your loved ones. Thank you for supporting Mexican martial arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. Late.